Okay, so in the case when the data is abnormal or there is no normality in the data, so that assumption failed of the normality. So in that case, the data is skewed. So we apply the non-parametric test. Like in the case of the one group, we apply the sign test or the sign rank test. If there is a two groups, then we apply the Mann-Whitney U test. If there is a paired sample, then we apply the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test. If there is more than two group, then we apply the Kruskal Wallis test. If there is a both are the continuous data or there is a no data is not normal, then we apply the Spearman rank correlation or the logistic regression or the linear regression. So here we just go to the analyze. After analyze, you just go to the non-parametric test, then legacy test. So in the legacy test, so you can see there is the one sample K test, or you can say the signed rank test, or that is the independent sample. You can apply the here the Mann-Whitney U test. Here you can apply the K independent samples. Yeah, here you can just calculate the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test or the Kruskal Wallis test. Or K related means more than the two groups, so you can apply the K related samples. So in that case, we just go to the one sample K, or you can say sign test or the signed rank test. There is a one sample. So click here. So you have to be just define the test variable. What is your test variables? For example, my test variable is you have to define the group firstly. So you can just apply any of the variable, or it may be the demographic variable or any other variables. So I just use the gender as the test variable. Go to the option. So you can also just define the descriptive or quartile deviation if you want to calculate. Otherwise, no need to calculate. If you want to just show the quartile deviation or the descriptions of the data like the mean or standard deviation or quartile deviation, then you can select it. Otherwise, just go to OK. Then here you can see the mean value. The normal parameter is showing the mean is the 1.35. The standard deviation is 0.477. And the absolute is 420, and the positive is the 420 and negative is the 260. So you can say that there is a data is skewed. There is not normal distribution to both the sides. The assumption the asymmetric significance is total is the 0.00. It means it shows the one sample Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. It's called as the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. So that is the use when there is only the single group. Or you can also call it at a sign test or the sign rank test, or you can also say the one sample Kolmogorov Smirnov test. So that is the define how the mean value lies and how the data is distributed to both sides. So in the positive side, you can say the 0.20, and the other tailed or the negative side, that is the minus 0.260. So you could say that data is not normally distributed at the both the side in the case of the gender. Okay, absolute is the 0.20 absolute, and the positive is 0.420, but the negative is a minus 0.260. So somehow it's not showing as a the symmetric both the sides. So you can say that there is a significant difference between the mean value regarding the gender. Both the sides are not equal. So you can just explain it like that. It is there is no symmetry regarding the gender for the one sample. You can also just add the other variables also, like that. You can also add this. So when you will add this, so you can say there is a gender and marital status, both are here. So it's showing the all the mean and standard deviation value and the absolute positive and negative. So here you can see in the case of the marital status, the positive difference is the 0.495 and the negative is minus 0.325. So that is the, you can say the difference between the regarding the mean value, the between the all the categories of the marital status. So I think we have three categories: married, unmarried, and divorced. डाइवोर्स है, मैरिड है, अनमैरिड है, उन कैटेगरीज के बीच में कितना सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस है. तो here you can see that there is a significant difference because the value is less than 0.05. So and the value is here asymmetric. The significance value is a 0.00. So it means there is a significant difference regarding all the categories under the marital status. In the case of gender, also gender male and female, there is also significant difference between the male and female. So it's showing the mean difference between the within the categories in a particular variable. Got it? Now the next test is the two independent samples. When there is two independent samples, how you can just calculate? So in that case, if the one variable is continuous, other variables is the two groups, or that group may be any group, or you can say that may be the gender or the any other group. So in the test variable, you can put any of the continuous series data. Like that, I want to check with the trust. That is my test variable. Okay. And the grouping variable, you can put the age like the or the gender as a group variable. You can put here. So you have defined. We have just categorized the gender into two categories, male and female. So you have defined the group from here. Male group 1, we have just given the value for male 1, and we know we assign the value to female, that was the 2. Continue. Then you have to just apply the either you can just calculate the Mann-Whitney U test or the conglomerate syndrome test or the another test. So we have to just check the Mann-Whitney U test because we apply the Mann-Whitney U test in the case of skewness, and when there is a continuous series, one is the continuous data, another is the ordinal or the nominal data or categorical data. Just click on Mann-Whitney U test and options. So you can also just want to know the mean and standard deviation, you can click here, otherwise there is no need of that. Then click OK. Then you can see the result here. So in that case, the male and female's mean rank is the 95.33 and the female is 110.31 and sum of ranks is like that. So you see the calculation, all the respondents, all the total 200 respondents, showing the mean rank of all the 200 sample size. We have taken the 200 sample size here. So it's showing the calculation that you can say here that there is a 200 sample size. We have taken the 200 sample. So this is showing the mean of the 200 respondents, and that is the sum of the ranks. So all the ranks which is given here. So, but the more important is that, so in that case you can say the highest rank is the female. Female is on the highest rank, and the male is the lowest rank. So if you want to just assign the rank, you want to calculate the rank which is on the top characteristics of a particular variable. So you can just apply the Mann-Whitney U test. So now you can see the Mann-Whitney U test above the trust is saying that the Wilcoxon test is the Z score or Z score is the minus 1.749. That's why it's showing there is a no significant difference, because regarding the gender, the value is above the 0.05% or 5% level of significance. So we can say there is no significant difference. So in that case, null hypothesis has been accepted. And the z value is also showing the negative values. So there is a negative the difference regarding the gender on the trust, because there is no significant difference between the gender, male or female. So both are just having the same opinion regarding the trust. So that's why there is no significant difference. मेल भी उतना ही ट्रस्ट कर रहे हैं और फीमेल भी उतना ही ट्रस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो दोनों के बीच में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, कोई सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस नहीं है उनके ओपिनियन में, तो उसका जो हमारे पास रिजल्ट आया 0.05 से ज्यादा आया है, 0.08 आया है, तो दैट इज नॉट सिग्निफिकेंट. So there is no significant difference regarding the gender, regarding the opinions about the trust. Both have the same level of the trust. Okay, the next is the K independent sample when there is a more than the two groups. So in that case, if the data is normal, we apply the ANOVA. You know very well, if more than the two groups, you already calculated the ANOVA analysis of the variance. But in the case when the data is not normal and one data is the continuous, another जो group है that is the categorical or the paired. So in that case, in the paired you can apply the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test. Okay, but in the more than the two groups, then you can apply the Kruskal Wallis test. Click on the K independent sample. Okay. So same here, you can see the test variable list is there. So you can apply the Kruskal Wallis in the case of the more than the two. So you can just define the here the test variable list. You can just put any as much as you want to, just check as many as you want to the test. I just apply the test and the attitudes and the age or the according to gender or the marital status. So you can define here the minimum was the we have the three categories. So minimum was the 1 and maximum is the 3. We know very well. 1 for the married, 2 for the unmarried, and 3 for the divorced. Continue. We have defined the range here, but in the case of the two sample, one sample, we don't have the define the range. We have to define the group, but here they define the range. Then, okay. Then you can see the values here. We have the three categories. So we define the married is the 164. So mean rank is showing the highest is the married, and then unmarried, then divorced. So this showing the mean regarding the trust. And regarding attitude, the same married are the top rank, that the 100.74 mean rank, unmarried 102.60, and divorced 45.25 in case of the attitude. Okay. So you can also just calculate the ranks, mean rank of the all the variable given here. So in that case, you can see the trust and attitude. We have taken the trust and attitudes, and another variable was the or categorical variable was the marital status. So is there any difference regarding the marital status and the trust? You can say no significant difference because the value is 0.253. So this is the more than 0.05 level of significance. So we just accept the null hypothesis that there is no significant difference regarding the marital status for trust. The same like that for the attitude. If the values of the p value is showing the 0.388, so it also more than the 5% level of significance, that is 0.05. In that case, we can also just conclude that the null hypothesis has been accepted regarding the significant difference between the marital status and the attitude, because the p value is more than the 0.05. So hence we accepted the null hypothesis because there is a no significant difference regarding all the categories like the marital status regarding attitude. And again legacy test. Then if there is two related samples or paired sample, so two related sample, in the case of the two related sample, or in that case when there is a pair, so we already know that in the when the data was normal we apply the pair t-test, but in that case we apply the Wilcoxon Signed Rank Test. So that's why I take here the Wilcoxon. there is a for example 2 pair. One is the for gender and age. Another pair is the marital status or education. So you can just put the one by the categorical, another is the categorical data, or one is the categorical data, another variable is the continuous data. So you can also put, or you can just put the same. So in that case, if I want to change it, that I want to gender with the trust and marital status, attitude or the same like trust. Okay. So there is two groups. So we apply the Wilcoxon, then okay. So it's showing that the combination of all the trust, the gender trust, okay, trust is gender. So in that case, the mean rank is 0, 0 because negative rank is there, positive rank is 100.50. The sum of rank is given like that. Tie is 0. There is no tie between both the values, negative rank, positive rank. But here you can see there is no significant difference in the Wilcoxon rank test. All the showing the trust and gender showing the negative relationship, as the trust and marital status also showing the negative relationship regarding. So you can also calculate like that, or if you want to change that both should be the categorical data, you can also just put the both the values as the categorical data. Instead of that, I put here age, education. So you can say it is some both of the categorical data. So there you can say the values are not having any zero negative way. It is a 43.00 and positive ranks is a 76.62, and the sum of rank is also given. And in same education and marital status, there is 15 is the minimum rank or the negative rank, and the positive is the 96.93. So values lie between the 15 to 96. So both showing as the positive values, but same here again, you can see the age and gender have the negative score, okay, and the education and marital status also have the G score is the negative score. So if why is this showing the negative result? Because in that case you can say that some of the ranks for negative difference. So some of the rank. So negative rank is the 215.00 in that case, and the sum of the ranks for the positive difference. The positive difference is the like that. Same like in that case, you can say the negative rank is the 15 and the positive rank sum of rank is the 18513. So it's showing the negative. Typically, it's showing the negative values when when the sum of the ranks for the negative difference is higher than the sum of the ranks for the positive difference. So that's why it's always showing the negative values here. So age or gender, you can see the age, gender, mean difference is that, and the sum of rank is that. Okay, so there is no significant difference regarding the all the gender, age, and the education marital status, because the value is less than 0.05. So there is no significant difference with the age and gender and the education and marital status. Both have the same opinion regarding the this same. There is no significant difference, and there is no relationship or there is no association between the age and gender and the education and marital status. कोई एसोसिएशन नहीं है, रिलेशनशिप नहीं है, बिकॉज देयर नेगेटिव वैल्यू एंड द वैल्यू इज p value is less than 0.05. So you can see there is no association between the both the pair. Okay, so you can apply in the case of the pre and post test if you have the two samples. So one sample is that which you have to you have collected before any diagnosis of the disease. Another sample you have collected after the giving the treatment of that disease. So you have the two sample, pre sample and a post sample. So you can apply those sample to test the hair whether there is significant difference between the both the samples or not. So you can say like that. So एक फॉर एग्जांपल आपके पास दो डाटा है, एक आपने एक क्लास में पढ़ा रहे हो, एक तो सैंपल आपने कलेक्ट किया, उसका आईक्यू लेवल या उसका एग्जाम लिया, पढ़ाने से पहले प्री टेस्ट लिया, फिर आपने ट्रीटमेंट दिया, वो पढ़ाया, और उसके बाद पढ़ाने के बाद फिर टेस्ट लिया, फिर दोनों सैंपल में आप कंपेयर करोगे क्या उसका इफेक्ट हुआ, क्या सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस है दोनों में या नहीं है। तो इस केस में आप ये अप्लाई कर सकते हो विल्कोक्सन साइंड रैंक टेस्ट, अगर दो से ज्यादा आपके पास वेरिएबल्स और पेयर्ड वेरिएबल्स हो, तो इस केस में आप ये अप्लाई कर सकते हो। कोई भी डाटा हो सकता है, या कोई आपने एक वेट आपने कैलकुलेट किया बिफोर योगा, बिफोर एक्सरसाइज, एक महीने पहले आपने कलेक्ट किया डाटा, उसमें आपने रिजल्ट देखा, फिर एक महीने उसको एक्सरसाइज करवाया, उसके बाद दोबारा से डाटा कलेक्ट किया, फिर आप देखो क्या सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस है दोनों सैंपल में और नो। तो इस तरह के टेस्ट आप यहाँ पे अप्लाई कर सकते हो। अब के रेटेड सैंपल हो, के रेटेड मीन्स मोर देन द टू वेरिएबल्स, इस केस में आप फ्रीडमैन रैंक कोरिलेशन टेस्ट लगा सकते हो। इसमें सारे टेस्ट वेरिएबल आ जाएंगे, जितने भी अपने टेस्ट वेरिएबल अपने लेने हैं, यू कैन जस्ट चेक फ्रॉम दैट। सो यू कैन आल्सो अप्लाई द क्वेश्चन क्यू टेस्ट और द कैंडल, जिसमें जिसकी भी बेटर वैल्यू है वो आप ले सकते हो इसमें से। तो इसमें टेस्ट वेरिएबल फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने ले लिया टेस्ट वेरिएबल, इस केस में कोई रैंकिंग वाला ले लेते हैं, जिसमें हमने ये ले लिया फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने अमेजन, फ्लिपकार्ट, स्नैपडील, अजियो, पेटीएम मॉल। ठीक है, ये अपने टेस्ट वेरिएबल ले लिए। स्टैटिस्टिक्स में डिस्क्रिप्टिव की जरूरत नहीं है हमें, तो यू कैन ओके क्लिक किया, तो यू कैन सी द रैंकिंग ऑफ दैट all the e-commerce websites. So in that case, the top and the most highest value is for 8.02. So that is a soap clue showing the no sorry the rank one. We have to just apply in the descending or ascending order in that case. So in that case, you can see the value, the minimum value 3.23. So it is the number one, you can assign at the rank 1. After that, .62 you can assign that second rank, like that. Then you according to the value you can assign the rank. 3.23 assign, we have assigned the rank 1. 4.68 we assigned the rank 2. Then after that 5.22 we assigned rank 3. So top of the top of among all the e-commerce, the Amazon is having the highest rank. Then test statistics, you can see there is any difference between the all the significance, all the ranking. So इन सबके बीच में कोई significant difference है या नहीं, तो इसमें आ रहा हाँ yes there is significant difference because all the ranks are not equal, सब अलग अलग रैंक हैं, इसलिए ये डिफरेंस आ रहा है। तो वी कैन से देयर इज नो सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस अमंग द ऑल द रैंक्स आर नॉट इक्वल, all the ranks are different. So you can say the value is 0.00 less than 0.05, and the chi-square value is also showing the 444.553. It also showing the association between the all the ranks. That was the Friedman. Then next is the Kendall's W test. According to Kendall, the same values you can see the this also showing the same values and also showing the significant. So all the both the tests having the same type of the values. So we can select any of the one test which is suitable. So we can go for the Friedman test. इफ देयर इज अ रैंकिंग अपने एक स्टडी करनी है कि कौन सा न्यूज़पेपर है रीडर्स हैं वो सबसे टॉप रैंक पे हैं तो आपने एक डाटा ले लिया उसमें अपने रैंक दे दी फर्स्ट से 10th आपको रैंक दे दिया आप उस रैंक असाइन कर दिए तो उस केस में जितने भी रिस्पोंडेंट उसको असाइन करेंगे उस हिसाब से वो मीन रैंक आ जाएगा सारे वेरिएबल्स का तो 1 से 10 के बीच में है तो उसका मीन रैंक कितना आएगा या 1 से 5 आपने रैंकिंग करवानी है तो 1 से 10 के बीच में तो उसका मीन रैंक कितना है उस हिसाब से रिस्पोंडेंट आपके डाटा फिल करेंगे तो न्यूज़पेपर में जो सबसे टॉप पे जो रैंकिंग होगा असाइन कर दोगे जो वैल्यू सबसे पहली वैल्यू होगी और 1 या 2 या 3 तो 3.23 यहाँ पे प्रायोरिटी पे है तो प्रायोरिटी पे उसको 1 रैंक असाइन कर सकते हो इसी तरह आप कोई भी न्यूज़पेपर की अपनी प्रायोरिटी या रैंकिंग जाननी है कि विच आर द मोस्ट पॉपुलर न्यूज़पेपर तो उससे डाटा कलेक्ट करके रैंकिंग का इसलिए ऐसे आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो रैंकिंग वैल्यू या फिर आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हो डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में भी कर सकते हो जो हाईएस्ट जो वैल्यू है उसको अब जितने वेरिएबल हैं उस हिसाब से 10 या 9 8 7 5 6 इस तरह से असाइन कर सकते हो वैल्यूज तो आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो जब आपके पास बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स के इंडिपेंडेंट सैंपल टेस्ट ठीक है जो कोई डिपेंडेंट नहीं एक दूसरे से हर एक की अलग रैंकिंग अलग रेटिंग है so these all are the some of the non-parametric tests you can apply in the case of when the data is not normally distributed. Clear?